All right. Well, hopefully you found that pretty interesting and engaging. There are so many parenting videos on YouTube that can be really super helpful for learning your baby's cues before the crying starts. They can really reduce the amount of time babies spend crying, which is, you know, my grandmother's generation believed it was good for babies developing lungs to cry. So my grandma's probably saying, "Oh no, you're ruining all the babies without making them cry." But it seems like it would be an advantage to not have a baby who's all wrought with frustration or pain now because their stomach hurts because they're so hungry and like that. It seems like it would be a huge benefit. So it's great to see so many educational videos for new parents to find out how to respond to their babies in really productive ways. Um, Speaking of which, we have to talk about the issue of colic. Um, just to make sure that you guys are really super clear on the difference between colic and crying. Colic is defined in the medical literature as a baby who cries every single day for at least 3 hours straight. That's a lot of crying. Like, imagine the helplessness that a parent would feel if every single day, and a lot of times it happens at roughly the same time of day. So imagine your anxiety as that time was starting to come because you know your baby's probably going to start crying. And there's really nothing that a parent can do. There are all these homeopathic kinds of things that are on the market. There was these little pills that you could buy that are basically sugar and then something called belladonna that is an herb that I'm not sure you're supposed to give to babies, but that are supposed to help babies who are colicky. There are all these different explanations that have to do with their stomach or their immature nervous system being overstimulated or all these things that people try to explain. All we know for sure is that most babies will just very abruptly grow out of it at about 3 months, like very abruptly. And so it's now 3 months is a really long time. We work on the quarter system. So imagine that your baby started crying on day one of the quarter and did it every single day of the quarter for the entire quarter until your final exam was turned in. Like, can you, just to give you a period of time to imagine how long you would have to endure daily 3 hour sessions of crying. So I think that helps to put it a little bit into perspective. So I'm going to let this Parents Magazine video help to explain some ideas. I just want to make sure that if you're a parent who's ever had a colicky baby, or if you are a person who in the future might have offspring that are colicky, I just really want to drive home that one of these things may or may not work for your baby. Your baby may have, like, there's nothing that's going to change it except for growing out of it. And the last thing you try before they grow out of it, you'll think worked. And it didn't work, the baby grew out of it. And so just I want to soften any kind of expectations you might have about a cure for colic. Certainly try everything that you see if you have a colicky baby, but don't berate yourself if it doesn't work. It just may not, your baby wasn't ready and it wasn't going to grow out of it yet. All right. Enjoy the video.